Hi everyone, this is Anup from Informatica Global Customer Support. Today we are going to take a look at the enhancement introduced in April 2024 release for the custom attributes, which are attribute customization and relationship customization. So the agenda of this video is to review the enhancement to custom attributes, which are attribute customization, relationship customization. The DQ arrow has a custom attribute dimension, the available customizations to this attribute. Then for data classification, we have sensitivity levels, which also can be customized in this April 2024 release. So let's take a look at attributes customization. So out of the box attributes can be customized as per the user need. So out of the box attributes are, for example, format type, system type, business logic for various assets. So from April release, custom attributes tab will be removed, and under the customization, asset customization tab will be available as with the names attributes. This attributes tab will be having the predefined attributes and custom attributes. In asset customization pane, we will have one common list option that will list down all the attributes without any asset type filter. And when we click on these asset types, for example business area, business term, then it will filter those attributes based on the selected asset type. So how to create this? There will be an additional create button on top right panel, which will have two options, attributes and layouts. So that's how we can create the customized attributes and customized layouts. If from the left side asset type it is selected, there will be also a plus sign that will give us the pre-filled asset type with the asset customization option. So to perform this asset customization and relationship customization, for which privileges are required? For the layouts we need asset page customization, and for attributes and relationship customization we need manage custom attributes and view custom attributes. So these are the privileges that we require for the user. So attribute details page. So customizable system attribute will be similar to custom attribute, where user can modify and customize the following fields for the attribute. Then the attribute can be made searchable and filterable from no to yes, but from vice versa it is not possible. Then for deleting, the delete of the custom attribute or the system attribute which is searchable or in use is not allowed, and we are showing a pop-up in the with the asset counts, that how many asset counts are currently connected to that attribute. Then there are some attributes which will have default values or the drop down values. For the drop down values can be added and deleted, but the drop down values can only be deleted if it is not being used anywhere, and if used then we will show an error they saying these number of assets are being impacted if this drop down value is deleted. For non-searchable attribute, deletion of drop-down values are restricted with the proper error message. Then these default values can be changed and reordered. So once we publish such an attribute, all the customized value will be reflected in asset creation, asset 360, dashboard, download template, and bulk import and export. Search queries from the search page will also work as per the updated labels and drop-down values. The hard restriction on creation of any duplicate label which is present in any custom attribute or out of the box customizable attribute. List of customizable attributes is provided over this link. Then what are the behavioral changes from previous to this new asset customization? So we are providing some drop down values. So deletion is restricted on the used values. Then format type, the default value will be text. So format type has become a non-mandatory. So most of the asset attributes or the custom attributes are non-mandatory. Only the policy type has been made explicitly mandatory. For custom attributes, we can make searchable from viewable. Then label changes, some label name changes, like type has become policy type, purpose has become specific to the asset type, that is AI model purpose or system purpose, like that. So for drop down value data type, the new custom attribute creation by default searchable and filterable flag will be checked, but user can uncheck if required. So custom attributes publish job. So initially we used to get a job as custom attribute publish. So now it will be said as or it will be as attributes publish. Let's have a quick demo about this customized asset customization. So when we log into MCC and click on the customize, will, as we said, we will get this list of all attributes that are associated with the asset types. So these are all predefined and customized attributes. So these attributes are also has the attribute type. So some are predefined or pre-given in the org, and some are which are custom attributes which are created by the user. And here are some business assets and technical assets. So you can filter out these attributes as per this asset types. So for business term, these are the attributes currently available. For AI model, we have these attributes available. Similarly, for the data quality rule occurrence, we have this dimension and export text as the attributes. So one is predefined and another is custom. Let's see how to create this attribute. So there is this create button. We can create a new attribute from here, and as we said, new layout option is available. So when we go new and we provide, say, an attribute name as first name. So here the data type, we can create this attribute with multiple data types, that is it can be text field. If you want to select, it will be drop down, or so these are the different data types which are currently provided. So if it is a name, then we can say text field, then it can be single or multi-text. Then there we can provide any placeholder value, and it can be searchable and filterable. So once we provide that, we can click save and publish. So once this is published, the job will be triggered in MCC with this attribute publish, and this attribute publish will have this customization task. Once this job is completed, the asset will be available to the attribute will be available to the asset type. So to save up the time, I have already created some attributes. So let's take a look at this attribute promotional code. This promotional code is created on asset type business term, and we can take a look at a business term here. So this business term has an attribute, custom attribute, which has these values. Similarly, another business term. So and this is a single text. So if we try to delete this, then it will show us the information that deleting this will permanently remove the list of attributes available to the asset, and following are the affected assets. So this promotional attribute name is associated to two assets. So these are once we click on that number 2, it will trigger a query in CDGC, and it will search result, provide us what are the business terms it is associated to. Similarly, there are some other attributes or attributes I have created. So let's take a look in matrix. In matrix, there are some predefined attributes, and one attribute that I created is this cost attribute. This is of type integer, and if we see this one, The cost attribute, we can provide an integer value, so we can provide some integer value here, and which we can increase and decrease. So we can set these values. Then another thing in the business term, customization. So in business term, there is a another attribute which is created as data governance, um, committee DGS status. So this is a drop down list. So if we see, this drop down list has these values, and one of the values, so pending DGC review, is a default value. So all the business terms will get this a custom attribute, and this custom attribute will have a default value as pending DGC review, and accordingly we can select the appropriate values from the drop down. Uh, we can add some values. See, pending, we can navigate these values up and down. We can delete these values. So if the value is not used, then it can be deleted, as I just showed. But if this value is um as the pending DGC review, if we try to delete, it will show how many asset it is currently set default to. So it will show how many business terms it has connected to. So there are 726 business terms which are connected. Then there are other types of custom attributes that I have created. We can take a look at a policy. So in the policy, there is a discard date, that is something attribute that I have created, and this attribute is a date picker. So if we see any policy in DGC, this policy, we get this date picker, and from this date we can with date picker we can select the appropriate date for the discard date value. Now let's take a look at relationship customization. The new tab with the name relationship is added beside the layout tab under the asset customization page. For each asset type, the respective customizable relationship will be displayed. To view the list of customizable relationship type, user has to click the target asset type. Then customized relationship will be reflected in CDGC relationship tab. So this is the relationship tab we are talking about. Then in a relationship customization page, only relationship which are customizable will be shown, with the default page shown by default in the details page. We can add the type of relationship we want to add. We can rename the existing out of the box relationship. We can delete the newly added relationship if it is not being used anywhere. If it is used, then we will get an appropriate error message about the impacted assets. Then customized relationship will be reflected in the download template as well. We can take a look at this template. Then parent child relationships are not customizable. So this is how basically the customization of relationship will be shown. We'll have a source asset and target asset, and these are the values or the types of relationship that we can check. So let's quickly have a demo on this one. So let's take a example. I have taken an example system asset type. For the system asset type, I have created a relationship, and in the target asset I have created the catalog source as the target. So our source is system and target is the catalog source. So the system is created by the catalog source. This is what this relationship is talking about. So this initially it was only having the relationship is derived from I added the relationship as is defined by and built by, and then saved and publish. So when we save and publish, in case of relationship, we will see this job which says association publish, and we will have a customization tab for this one. So let's take a look at the system. We have this system, and in the relationship tab of this system, I have created this relationship, that is this system is built by this catalog source. So we'll go for a catalog and we'll say select the Amazon Redshift. Um, so in this relationship, we'll see this built by, defined by, and derived by, right? So in this case, if we try to delete this relationship, so the build by is been used, then if we try to delete, it will give us the proper message that you cannot delete this relationship because there is already an established relationship between a system and a catalog. These types of relationship will also be visible in the bulk import template. So if this is a downloaded template, in the annexure page we will be able to see this relationship type, and if you see this relationship name, it is with the specific format, that com, info, odn, model, custom, and this is the id of this relationship. Now let's take a look at another attribute, which is a dimension attribute, and this dimension attribute will generally be used with the assets data quality rule template and data quality rule occurrence. So generally we have the accuracy, validity, completeness, consistency, uniqueness, but from April release you can provide your own set of values for the specific operation that this DQ arrow is trying to do. So say if the DQ arrow is trying to find out does this particular column has nulls or does not contain nulls. So say this is the DQ arrow, and this DQ arrow is created on the subscription cost per the per month. This is the primary data element, and this is the score. So this particular table, we are fetching these rows, and this is the, so out of 10 rows, 2 rows are having null values, so that's why the score here is 80%. And here the DQ arrow that we have created, the dimension for this DQ arrow is it is as per the operation, it is trying to check does not contain the null values. As we can already see, the dimension is a attribute for this asset types, rule occurrence and rule template, and this particular attribute cannot be deleted, it can only be edited, and in the edit we can provide these values. So now if we try to delete this, it will give us there are two DQ results and one rule occurrence which is associated to this one, and if we click on this one, then it will show which DQ arrow it is dependent on. So this is the same DQ arrow. Now let's take a look at another set of attribute customization, which is a sensitivity is an attribute, and the sensitivity attribute is associated to data classification. So user can rename the existing sensitivity values. So generally the sensitivity values that are associated to data classifications are low, medium and high, and we can provide our own customized sensitivity values. So user can add these values, can delete the values if that are not used, and user can bulk update the sensitivity values in MCC Explore data classification page. We'll check this in the demo. So the sensitivity is an attribute which is associated to the data element classification, and the deletion of sensitivity attribute is not allowed. Not even linking and delinking is allowed. So out of the box sensitivity values can be renamed, deleted if not used. If used, error will be thrown. Like the medium is a sensitivity and it is already been used in the classification, or it's assigned classification. Then the sensitivity customization has a default none value and it will not be editable. That is, renaming, deletion, anything is not allowed for this none. So there is some limitation, or there is the min and max values for sensitivity values. So the sensitivity values can be added, but at max 6 values, that is none plus 5 values can be added. Post that, plus icon will be disabled. And minimum 3 values are required, which are provided like none plus 2, like none, low and medium. These so minimum is 3 and maximum is 6, uh, are the values that we can have for the sensitivity attribute. So this bulk update of sensitivity values. So in MCC page, we have this data classifications. So at after this April release, we have these tick marks. So at a time we can tick mark 25 classifications, and in one go we can change their sensitivity. And once the sensitivity is changed, it will reflect in all these areas. So let's have a quick demo on this one as well. So here we data element classification has a sensitivity, and is similar to dimension attribute. The sensitivity attribute cannot be deleted, it can only be edited. So initially it had only low, medium and high. For time saving the time, I have added low and very low and very high values and published this attribute. So here we have one of this column from this catalog source, which is been classified as this region as the Poland region number, or it can be a US county. So you can see this Poland region number has the sensitivity very high. So we had changed the sensitivity value for this classification as very high, and this has sensitivity low. So this column will get the sensitivity with higher precision. So between the very high and low, it has taken the precedence of the sensitivity of the higher sensitive classification. And about the bulk update, we can say select at a time 25 assets. So let's say right now I am just doing 3 assets. So see the 4 assets, I am going to change it to medium. So we can change the sensitivity level to medium for these assets, and this is how we can change the sensitivity. And since we have the customized sensitivity, we can provide the customized sensitivity to these assets. Um, that is mainly about the customization which is available after April release. If you have any questions regarding asset customization, relationship customization, you can reach me at this email address. Thank you.